Hello, everybody. Razorblade Mango here. It's about a month and a week late, but finally gonna hear our reactions to the PlayStation experience that Mario and I went to, and he's with me right now.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So, um, I guess this is gonna be a shorter video than I initially planned because of time constraints. Originally, I was gonna have it be like, well, part 1 the showcase, part 2 be the panels, and part 3 be the games. But I guess for just the sake of time, what I have about like an hour to spare right now. It would help if I turned my phone off. We'll put my phone on silent as well. But this is basically just going to be like a podcast form where we basically just talk about all things PlayStation experience for like an hour. So you guys have already heard my thoughts on the showcase, but
The Last of Us Part 2! Yeah!
Yeah, I know you're happy about that.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Oh my god. I knew right away it was gonna happen, but I didn't know they were just gonna end it like that.
Well, it's good because remember the last time we did a video about PlayStation experience?
Oh my god.
So the last time I invited Mario over to my house, and we had another friend of ours on Skype, and we were watching it, and that was painful to sit through.
Horrible. Painfully horrible.
Fucking awful. But this time we took a risk, because we took a risk going there, because we knew what had happened last year, and we waited about 7 hours in line for that damn showcase. So I think this time, thankfully, that was worth it. That was absolutely 100% worth it. Waiting 7 hours in line, being like in the front, one of the first rows, doing it and seeing everything. Like literally, we were so close to where when like guys like Sean Lade and Shohei Yoshida walked out, we could actually like see them, which I was like, holy shit, that's fucking cool.
Kojima.
Yeah, Kojima. That too.
Last of Us panel.
So I doubt I need to ask, but just what was your favorite thing that they showed during the showcase? Do I even need to ask?
You don't even have to ask. You know
Do
what?
I need to ask?
You don't have to ask. You already know.
Well, just say it, just because.
Last of Us Part 2.
Okay.
You know that.
Well, yeah.
Second, Crash Bandicoot.
That was actually my favorite that they showed off, because that was the trailer where they showed actual gameplay of it, and thankfully when we played it, it played just as well as it was to watch it. It played as well as it looked, which was awesome. But I guess the panels, we didn't really we didn't really pay attention much to the Lost Legacy one though.
No, we got there a little bit later on.
Yeah.
They were almost done, but the one that got really packed was the Kojima one.
Yeah.
Last of Us, and weren't they doing what was it? The fighting thing.
The Capcom Cup.
That's what it was. And that thing was full, dude. You said people sitting outside just watching on the TVs, sitting on the floors, and they're like, "Yeah, go for it, go."
Yeah, we got really lucky. And sorry if my voice kind of trails off. We're sharing one mic, but yeah, we got really lucky with the Crash thing, because a lot of people had a Capcom Cup, so we kind of just snuck in. We're like, "Hey, Crash Bandicoot's short. Let's get in there." Because the line the first time when the panel had when we had gotten through some of the panels and we went in line, it was fucking huge line for Crash Bandicoot.
The only thing that was disappointing for Adam was that he didn't have a chance to do Resident Evil 7 VR.
Oh yeah.
And what happened was that on Sunday when we got there really early, and we were the first 100 people in line. Once he rushed, running all the way to the booth, sold out. Apparently, they only had 64 tickets. 64 fucking tickets.
Yeah, and The problem with a lot of the VR games, and I heard this as well with like E3 and I think last PlayStation experience as well, it's like you almost had to have an appointment to schedule for a VR experience. Which it's like, if there were two games that I think they prepared for really poorly at PlayStation Experience, were Resident Evil 7 VR, which I really, really wanted to play, and it was two games I really wanted to play: Resident Evil 7 and Yooka-Laylee. Now, thankfully, I have Yooka-Laylee on here. I have Yooka-Laylee on my PC. It's the toy box version, but it's still, I get an idea of what I'm going to be playing in April. But Resident Evil 7, I think that might have been my one and only chance to play it in VR. Which, as much shit as I've talked about VR, it's still something I would have liked to have tried out, but because Capcom is so crappy at organizing, player space, it just didn't happen. Like that like the way they organized something like Horizon Zero Dawn and Pyre, that's what they should have done with Resident Evil 7. It shouldn't have been VR. It should have just been a regular level from it, but it wasn't, and that I missed out because they had to do that shit.
For all of you guys that know that I kick Adam at FIFA, we finally found something where he's actually good at, and that was MLB, the show.
Oh, that's right.
No, literally, we just went. We're kind of like tired of walking around, and we're like, why don't we just go for a drink? And so we got a beer, and there was an available spot, and we just started playing.
What was the retro mode?
It was a retro mode. It was so fun though. But this is the first time Adam has ever kicked my ass badly in sports related games besides FIFA, and it had to be baseball.
Hey man, hey man, FIFA is like, it's in your blood. So I guess because I'm white, baseball. Yeah, well, Mexican FIFA's in your blood, and fucking baseball's in mine because my white man blood. But yeah, it wasn't even the full MLB 17. It was retro mode. So, and that was one of the things, like, they announced that during the showcase, and I didn't really think about it all that much. But like when we actually played it, that was a lot of fun. Like, I wouldn't, like, if they had separated that from MLB 17 and like sold that by itself, I'd be tempted to get it. Like, cuz something like that where you play it locally and just have people over and play that, that'd be a lot of fun. But because it's attached with MLB 17, then it's like, whatever. I'm really not going to play the rest of it, but okay.
There was one game that we didn't like playing, and
whose idea was it to play Sniper Ghost Warrior 3?
Mine.
Exactly.
But hey, you guys wanted to get the cards, didn't you?
No. I didn't get a fucking card from Sniper Ghost Warrior 3.
You didn't get a card?
No, they didn't give me a card. They probably saw how fucking bored I was and was like, fuck this guy. We're not going to give him a card. Because they could see how fucking bored I was.
The funniest thing when we were there is that we went to... There was an area where it was just 4K TVs and you ever play games on 4K or they were upscale 4K. Yeah. And he starts bitching at me because he's like, we come here and you're playing FIFA?
Yeah. Oh shit. Because I wanted to go play Richard's one of our other friends that went with us the first day. We wanted to go play out Yooka-Laylee, and we didn't know how bad the line was for Yooka-Laylee, or how badly they'd set that up. So we were like, dude, come on, let's go fucking play Yooka-Laylee. And you're just like, nah, just till the halfway point on FIFA. So this motherfucker plays FIFA all the goddamn time, and what's the first goddamn, like, a convention filled with games that aren't out yet and won't be out for months on end. What's one of the first things you gravitate towards? FIFA. In 4K.
In my defense, it was 4K, and there was a lot of people online, so we kind of had like our own little tournaments to see who was better, and that kind of actually made it more fun. And you know what? To tell you the truth, I got people to add me on PSN just because of that, and now we're playing FIFA. Not. What I think it's a place to meet other people. You get along with other people. Like when I was waiting in line for the gift shop, I met two other guys. They were just talking, and they added me too as well. I think it was a great experience, like meeting new people, giving your thoughts, what they thought. These guys were like really Kingdom Hearts fans. They were really, really Kingdom Hearts. They were waiting for 2.8. They were all like that. We added each other before we left. This guy came from all the way up to San Francisco. Another guy came from Riverside. And dude, shoot, that's how much people are willing to come just for PlayStation.
Oh, I can one up you. There was a guy who I played Pyre the multiplayer against, who came from Japan to be here, to be at in Anaheim, and I was like, damn, dude. He's just like, yeah, I'm from Tokyo, and this was like one of my big dreams to come here, and I was like, holy shit.
He also met that girl from PlayStation Access.
I did. That was cool. Holly from PlayStation Access. That was really cool. Because that was one of the weird things. Like, I was standing around trying to decide if I wanted to start waiting in the ukulele line. And I see somebody that, like, looks a lot like Holly from PlayStation Access. And if you don't know what PlayStation Access is, it's, I'm not sure if they're officially affiliated with the PlayStation European division, but it's Access channel. It's a channel situated in the UK that just previews all like the upcoming PS4 games and stuff like that. And one of the people that runs it, Holly, she was playing ukulele, and I was like, and I thought I recognized her. I'm like, is that Holly? And like, I kind of like waited around. I must have looked really creepy, just waiting around. I must have looked really fucking creepy, just standing there, kind of going like tilting my head, like what the fuck, like I wonder if I'm seeing things. And nope, turned out to be her. And I plucked up the courage to just be like, hey, are you Polly from I almost said PSX, from PlayStation Access? And she's like, yeah, I am. And so she was like, oh, so cool. And so we were like talking about ukulele and Crash Bandicoot. She was very nice. And then she let me like take a picture with her. It was one of the last things I did on my phone before it died. So that was cool. I got to have that. I was very excited about that. So the Kojima panel. Now, what did you think about the Kojima panel when it was done? What did you think about it?
I liked it a lot. I really liked it a lot. The one thing that I was really surprised was the engine they were using.
Yeah,
that was really unexpected when I saw that. I was like, wait, you mean Guerrilla Games? Mm-hmm. And the way they were talking about is that they were like, oh, it's a donation. Like, yeah. That kind of like sees me in a way that, they really want to work with Kojima. And who knows, maybe Kojima would actually work with him and make a game for Guerrilla Games. Maybe. This is just a maybe. But what do you think?
To be honest, I was a little disappointed with it because I was hoping, because when they came out, it was Jeff Keighley who was the moderator, and then Kojima came out, which was awesome. And Kojima showed an alternate cut of not an alternate cut, but like the same Death Stranding trailer that they showed at the game awards the night before, and the 2 nights before, and it was basically the same trailer except cut together with a song from Low Roar. It's like a new song. It's the same band that played the song for the first trailer with Norman Reedus and his weird umbilical cord baby that he had. But it was I don't know. I wasn't that crazy about that trailer because I feel like the first trailer was cut around that song. Like you could tell like when the beat kicks in and like the handprints start going on the ground. This one, it just felt really out of place. Like it just felt like that trailer, the song did not fit that trailer. It just like the mood and like the creepy shit they were going for. I was just kind of like, yeah, it's cool that I'm still seeing the visuals, but I'm not really feeling the song being in here. A song with words or lyrics being in this trailer. I thought like the first trailer with like the actual score that they have for Death Stranding, and that's been confirmed to be like the actual score to Death Stranding. It's the same guy that did the score for Phantom Pain, which is gonna be sweet. So, I was a bit disappointed that they didn't show more about the story. Like most of it was about the engine, and I was kind of like, okay, because I was hoping that those 2 extra seats were going to be people like Guillermo del Toro and Mads Mikkelsen, or Norman Reedus, or anybody that was like like an actor in the game. But
I had a feeling that wasn't really even gonna happen. I had a feeling.
it's silly now to think about it because it's like this game isn't even in production yet. Like it's going into full production sometime this year.
And Mads and Norman Reedus said they don't know what the game's about.
Yeah, but we don't even know what the game's about.
We don't know what's about. They don't even know what's about either, which is kind of like funny because like everyone's been looking at the trailers, they're trying to see what the story is about. Even you told me, like I even tried checking what the hell's about, and I still don't know what the fuck it's about.
I have a feeling that I think my favorite theory that I've seen so far is that it's an exploration of the next evolution of mankind. At least that's what I've heard. That could be really interesting. But I don't know how they're going to convey that with like a third-person shooter. At least that's what I hear Death Stranding is going to be. I think, and then when like Mark Cerny and Harmon Horst came out from Guerrilla Games, I was like, oh, okay. So it's like just all about the Decima engine. So I was kind of like, okay. But that does make me more excited for Horizon Zero Dawn, because if Kojima thinks that engine is worthy, like a custom built version of that engine is worthy for Death Stranding, I can't even imagine how Horizon Zero Dawn is gonna look on my TV. Like, and we played it, and it looked fucking gorgeous. Like it wasn't even like a full area of the game. It was like the small microscopic area, and it was just explore this little area. But it looked fucking gorgeous, that game.
Well, yeah, 4K.
Was that 4K though?
Yeah, it was 4K.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It didn't.
they were 4K.
Okay.
They're just smaller 4K TVs because they're using the Pro. That's what I heard. Just that we didn't see. I think that's what I remember. They said it was 4K. Maybe because we were too close.
Okay.
Because 4K is better looking like from a distance. Mm-hmm. Because when we were at the 4K section, they actually did have their own little demo of like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, but that was like on a 60-inch TV.
These are smaller, but I think they were 4K because they go up to maybe 40 inches mostly. Okay. But I think they were good. One thing I got to try that Adam didn't was well, damn it, almost forgot.
Uncharted?
Not Uncharted. No, that was that was a long line. Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah.
The VR thing. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. So basically, it was just PlayStation VR, the headset, everything. It was just like a little it was just about just 3 laps, but it's not done yet, and they're still working on it. So there was pixelation, but I was able to see clearly. Everything I pretty liked. I liked it a lot. I felt like I was actually in the game. There was one time where I lost control and I was like losing my shit. I was like, oh wait, this is a game. What the fuck? Oh shit, it's just a game. It's just a game. And Adam was playing what was the game you were playing?
Which us?
That was the one on the other side. What was it?
I think it was wait, did you go to Gran Turismo after?
After Horizon Zero Dawn, and you were on the other side. You were playing that one in the game.
Oh, Drawn to Death.
There you go.
I was playing Drawn to Death, which let's finish with the panels first, because I was but I thought seeing Kojima in real life was pretty awesome. Like that made me really happy. Like I've seen Kojima in the flesh, so that I'm like, okay, that's fucking cool. And we had really good seats for it. Like
and after that, after the panel, we saw The Last of Us, which was kind of well, how we did it was I don't want to see Kojima, so I want to see Kojima, and I want to see The Last of Us. So that's how kind of we did it.
Well, I didn't know they'd be all in the same area. That's the thing.
We didn't know that because it was secretly, they didn't say what the other 2 panels were about. They were just quiet. They say it was Kojima, right? They said one of them was Kojima, or it was just secret?
No, Kojima was one of the known ones, and then the secrets until after the showcase were Uncharted, Lost Legacy, and Last of Us Part 2.
So pretty much, there was Neon Drunkman, Troy Baker, and Ashley Johnson, and I was screaming my lungs out. Dude, it was crazy because I always wanted to see them up close. It's not every day you get to see Ellie and Joel.
No, duh.
It's not every day. And like Troy Baker, he's like one of the funniest guys. He just it's funny. Like he knows. Actually,
She's cool.
she's cool.
She's cool.
She's cute. But
She's cute.
just
I'll
cute.
give her that.
No, I'll go for that. Neil Druckmann, of course, with Uncharted 4.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I thought that panel was even better than the Kojima one, and the reason I thought it was better is because one, they talked about the game like the whole time, and they talked about like the story of like how it's coming together. They didn't give any more like big specifics as to what it's about, but it's
More about like revenge.
yeah, like the line that Neil Druckmann said that I really liked was Last of Us, the first Last of Us is about love, and the second one is part 2 is going to be about hate, which that, and this is me, like I'm somebody who was really skeptical about, and kind of still am, like a little skeptical about a sequel, and I trust Naughty Dog to know what they're doing. I still honestly wish they would do like a new IP or something for the PS4, but if what they're saying about The Last of Us Part 2 being as like interesting as they're trying to make it out to be, then it's like, okay, I'll definitely give you a chance, because God knows you've earned it after Last of Us, and I'm not even like a huge Naughty Dog fan compared to you. Like I really like the original Crashes, really like Jak and Daxter, but Uncharted 1, 2, not my thing. 3 I really like. Last of Us I think is amazing, and Uncharted 4 is definitely like the best one in the series by far. I think is the best one. Yeah, they ended it like almost perfectly. But Last of Us Part 2, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it, obviously, because it's Naughty Dog and it's Last of Us. And like that was like, how like Xbox was like bragging about how they like, oh, we've outsold the PS4 for like 4 months in a row, and like this was just Sony going like, hold my beer. Fuck you. Last of Us Part 2. Like, which, like, I don't mean to go like off track again, but it's like I'm always like surprised every year that Microsoft doesn't announce something like this, because it's like,
didn't they just cancel Scalebound?
well, yeah, I don't think they want to be like planning fan events now. They're like canceling their exclusives left and right, which I don't know, because it's like if they do these fan events, it doesn't even have to be like as big of a thing as PlayStation Experience. Like if you just like, even if you were to just do it like in April, like for like literally, dude,
Show like you care.
yeah, January through June, it's almost like a dead zone for conferences. Why doesn't Xbox do like a fan event in the springtime? Like have the conversation about them for a weekend. Because that's what PlayStation like constantly does for like the past 3 years now. They've been doing this. It's like they have a decent showing in 2014. They had a really great showing for E3 in 2015. It was a shit presentation in 2015 for PlayStation Experience, but it's something. This year it was just like 2016. It was like great E3, great PlayStation Experience. Like they're keeping the conversation always about them, like what they're doing.
More games, less talk.
Yeah,
that's basically what they aimed for last year. I mean,
yeah, where it's like they learned their lesson. Where it's just, and it also helps that they didn't have like so many conferences crammed into 2016. I think that's definitely what improved the quality of it, because 2015 they had E3, they had Tokyo Game Show, they had Paris Games Week, they had, I think, another conference as well. I think they had like showed some exclusive stuff at the Game Awards as well. Then they had PlayStation Experience, which really like the only thing they were able to show that was cool was Uncharted, Final Fantasy VII, and Ni no Kuni 2. Like those are only like the 3 things I was really impressed by. Everything else, either just like, okay, or just ugh. But yeah. So one of the games. So now that we're done with the panels, one of the games that I played that I really liked, that I talked about a little earlier, was Drawn to Death, which is a game that was actually announced in 2014 at PlayStation Experience. That was like one of the last things they talked about. I think that was the last thing they talked about at PlayStation Experience 2014. And it was the new game from I think it's David Huffy, who's the guy that actually like made God of War. So, and he's doing like this like multiplayer, weird like third-person multiplayer thing where it's set in the style of like this high school kid's notebook. And at the time, and even since then, I haven't really thought much about it because it's been in development for so long now. It's been in development for like 2 years at least, like 3, 4 years. And I don't really think a lot of people are looking forward to it, which is sad because when I played it, yeah, I loved it. Like I thought it was really great. Like especially since it's no longer going to be it's no longer going to be like a free to play thing. It's actually going to be like a priced multiplayer experience, which I'm like, okay. So that means like we're actually going to get like substantial content like in the first offering. And it might have helped too when I played Drawn to Death that I actually was on the winning team because it was a 2v2. I think it was like first to 20 points wins. You get killed. It was I think it was first to 20 points 2v2. And I fucking kicked ass, dude. Like I went in, like my teammate was good as well, but I just like went in as this like guy with like a weird like imagine like a demonic version of Mickey Mouse. He had like a Mickey Mouse head, and I just went in and just headshot, headshot, like just went in and just shot them all down. And we just like decimated the other team. Like it was great, and I was like, holy shit, this game is a lot of fun. Now, I don't know how I feel about it if I was on the receiving end of that, but when I played, I probably would have been pissed off, but it was a lot of fun. Like it got that rise out of me when it came to like multiplayer experience. It got that same rise out of me like what I get out of like Titanfall 2 and Doom and shit like that. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that.
Another one that we were playing. This has already been on PC for a while now, but it's coming to PlayStation 4, which is
Gang Beasts?
Yeah, Gang Beasts. Adam has never played it, and it was me and Adam and 2 other friends of ours. I think it was Gabriel, and Fernie. They're also with us too. Adam, just know this: Adam has not played it yet, and we started playing on the PS4, and literally it was the funnest game I played. The funniest game I played. And it was funny just watching Adam be like, oh, you fucking savage. You fucking asshole, because
I fucking sucked at the game. Like I couldn't figure out for shit how to do the fucking punching and throwing that you guys were doing.
There was like the last stage where it was just me and Adam, and like I literally like he almost got me, and I was like, out of nowhere, I was like so happy that I was able to get off from him trying to lock on me, punched him, and I got him and I threw him out of the balcony. And after that, I was like, oh, whoever got a 5. We were already 4. It's already 4-4 each. So we were all winning. Last one, it was the funniest. It was one of the funniest games we ever played, and
one of the funniest I've ever played. Cause I fucking suck at it.
He literally sucks so bad. Yeah, that was actually one of the only games, because every single game we were playing, he was fucking dominating on me. What was that? What was that one game?
Absolver?
Not Absolver.
Pyre. Yeah, Pyre. Well, Absolver first, because Absolver. Do you remember the because we glitched the game out. We glitched it.
I glitched it twice.
Yeah, this game, it's in right now. I mean, it's still a lot of fun, because if you've never heard of Absolver, it's from Digital. What the fuck are they called? what? Like, Devolver Digital. There we go. Devolver Digital. It's a new game. Shut up. It's a new game published by them that it's about. It's basically like, imagine like a Dark Souls-y like karate game almost, like a martial arts Dark Souls kind of.
It's like if you put Jet Li and Jackie Chan in there.
Yeah, kind of. And then so what happened was, it's like a tutorial where you go against AI partners, and then at the end, once like both players have gone through the tutorial, you're then allowed to like fight each other and see who like comes out on top. And
Adam was beating me, and I don't know what I did. Next, you know, I'm like floating in the air. And
yeah,
the guy comes and he's like,
he like begged us not to
record
it. And he literally, we did that like twice. We broke the game twice.
I broke the game twice. It was first time was me floating in the air. Then this time I went on the ground.
I still beat you.
He still beat me, and the guy was like, "God damn it!"
Yeah, I felt bad for the PR guy, because he was like, he had to instruct us like how to fix the bug. Because it must have been a bug that they definitely was a bug they knew about. Because they, like, right when we did it, they, like, ran up and were like, oh, here's what you got to do. You got to hold down, like, R2 or something like that.
Well, we understand it's still in development, so it's like, you know, it's not like people were like, oh, it's still not fixable. I'm like, well, it's in development. What the fuck are you asking for? To be a perfect game yet?
Yeah, it's. I understood. It was funny because if it was in that state when it releases, yeah, I'd be far less kind to it. But because it was yeah.
Around like,
so imagine like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, whenever like Aang does that like Avatar move where he like stands in the air with like his arms outstretched. That's what that looked like when Mario broke the game and we fucking were playing that shit. And I was winning too. And then your ass tried to pull like a god Avatar mode on me and try to like break the game, and I still kicked your ass.
I think there was like 5 people around us, and we were all just laughing.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
What else did we play? I know we played Crash. I got perfect score. Oh, yeah, talking about Crash. When we were waiting in line, one guy fucked up so bad that he missed 55 boxes. Literally, we just crashed like. And the guy just left off all pissed, and we're like, "Hey!" I don't know. We're just all clapping.
We're like, "Damn, dude, that's savage!" Fucking like killing Crash Bandicoot like that.
Like, Crash looked like all fucked up and crippled. We're like, well, 55, my god.
But yeah, Crash was really fun. That was definitely one of the best things I played there. And I was shocked that we actually were able to get in. Like, I was shocked. But
to the
a Capcom Cup, yeah, we were able to get in because of that. So that was cool. And we both played the island level, which, I mean, some people were playing the factory one, but I think I did it just out of respect for the people's time, because I wasn't gonna try to beat the factory level.
I was happy when people were giving me support. They're like, "You can do it, perfect score, yeah."
I missed all but 3. I got all but 3.
Weak.
I missed 3. Shut up. Fuck you. Fucking do perfect score. Not everyone can be perfect, motherfucker. Don't fuck you. And then did you ever play Did you play Next Machina?
No, I think
I played Next.
Richard.
I played Next. Yeah, Richard and I played Next Machina.
Yeah, sure.
So Next Machina, it's the game from Housemarque, who are the guys that did Resogun, which was, I think, the best game, easily the best game in PlayStation's 4's launch lineup. So that was basically kind of like that, except it was like a twin stick shooter kind of thing. Very stylish, very sleek, very colorful. Hard, though. Really tough. Especially with like all the shit happening on screen. Like, you gotta really pay attention. And what sucks is like the only way you were able to get a card from them was if you like scored in the top 10. Which I was like, God damn it. And I couldn't make it in the top 10. So that I almost made it, but I fucked up like one too many times on that. So that was really fun. Did you do What Remains of Edith Finch? You should have done that, man. That was.
I was trying to do something else. What was it?
Were you waiting in line?
Yeah, I was waiting in line for
Something.
I was waiting in line for something, and so at one point I've actually just get this. This is coming from Adam, and I'm amazed. I ran out of battery, and I was looking for him for almost like 20 minutes,
yeah.
and he was in the one place I thought he will never ever be. He was watching the Call of Duty thing exhibition match, and I was like, what?
Well, it was. Well, that was the next day. I don't know where the hell you were when I was playing What Remains of Edith Finch. But like quickly, What Remains of Edith Finch is basically the next game from Giant Sparrow, who are the guys that did Unfinished Swan on the original on the PS3, which is a pretty good game. I like Unfinished Swan. And it's this like new game. It's like this really morbid kind of thing where it's
Creepy.
It's very creepy. It's about this family, and the daughter returns to like the old family house to discover like if this curse where all of them die is real. And you play from like all the perspectives of the family members, and pretty much every story is just really surreal, and it just ends with their death. Like the one that I played was this like little girl who can't stop eating. So she transforms into a cat to eat this bird, and then she transforms into an owl to eat this rabbit, and then she transforms into a shark to eat this seal, and it was then eventually she turns into like this squid monster, and then it gets killed and she dies. And it was so bizarre, but it was really interesting. I'm looking forward to trying out more from it, and especially since like it's gonna be on PC now. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just get it on PC now that it's gonna be no longer a PS4 exclusive. So that's cool. Yeah, regarding the Call of Duty World Championship thing that they were doing there, I only did that just because you were waiting in line at the merch shop. And originally I tried going in line for Persona 5, and then I realized that wasn't gonna happen. So I just got the fuck out. I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna be waiting here for like 4 hours.
Yeah, at first I thought he was at the Last Guardian.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I was originally gonna do The Last Guardian,
well,
but
yeah, that's what you told me before you left.
Well, I was gonna do The Last Guardian, but then I hopped out of that to go play Horizon Zero Dawn, because I was like, well, Last Guardian, I'm gonna be playing that in like a couple days anyway. So I was like,
And Shane was like, oh, good luck with him.
Yeah, I was just like, fuck it. So I just hopped out of line and went to Horizon Zero Dawn. But yeah, Call of Duty, the World Championship. I must admit, like I'm not big into like the Call of Duty scene, or I don't know any of the pro players, but watching that was kind of fascinating. Just seeing like the amount of like yelling and screaming and like machismo on stage. It was just I was entering a whole new world. Like something I was like a stranger in a strange land. Just like this such a weird thing to be in front of, to witness. But I must admit, like that team, whoever they were, I forget their name, they made a hell of a comeback at the end. Like they were losing and they would have had to go on to more matches, but like in the last 5 seconds, they just like got like a ton of points at the end and beat them. Like it was like, holy shit, that's like, I'm not even into Call of Duty Pro League, but I'll give my respect to that, because that was mighty impressive. Very, very impressive doing that. But what else did we play? I'm kind of like dancing around talking about Pyre, because I wanted to save that for last, but I can't really think of anything else that I played, and I don't want to talk about Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. Because that was shit. I'm sorry, like that was so bad. Like, and that was the first game we played that day. Like, I was like, God damn it. Like, it was so fucking bad. Like, it was.
We tried our best going to the other panels, but it was like an hour to 2 hour wait. So pretty much, we couldn't try all of them right away. We were just trying to see what was better for a time schedule, so we can try at least almost everything. Because pretty much 2 hours, that pretty much takes away like what? 1/6 of the day,
Yeah, pretty much.
and we could have waited in line an hour for another type of game, then an hour again for another one, just for one instead.
Yeah.
So what was it? Was it Pyre? Pyre?
Pyre, yeah.
Pyre.
Pyre was Sunday when I got to
It
when I got
was
to play
Sunday.
that
Then after
Sunday.
that was you and me against each other.
So Pyre, and I talked about Pyre in my most anticipated games of 2017. But basically, like the short version of it is, you're like this part of this outcast group who has to compete in these rituals. It's basically almost like a sports game. Pretty much it's like a fantasy sports game where it's like a ball in the center. You have 3 players, and they all you got like the medium sized one, the short one, and the big one, and they all move and have their own like point distribution system, and you got to like get the ball around the team to get into the pyre and like take out the pyre. Whoever takes out the pyre first wins.
He's a dick.
Oh, me? Excuse me for fucking whooping your ass like twice on that game. So, no, but like as far as the single player, like what did you think of that?
I actually liked it. It was like kind of like strategy thing where you were just like, I don't know. It was like pretty much just strategy. Think about it first and just go for the attack, because you were fucking like good at this shit and I was just like terrible. There were some moments where I actually came back and got you good. That was like, because I like you gotta know how your player plays or your opponent. You gotta see what he does and how he does it. Then if you know you can take him down, then it's always about you trying to come up with a better move, a better strategy, so you can actually beat him. And it's actually one of the games I'm looking forward to. Not only me, but I know other people too as well.
Are you gonna get it on a PS4 or a PC?
I probably might get it on the PC once I have it
in here.
built, but it won't be made towards like the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Oh, well, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I that honestly, like out of all the games that we played and we saw, that was my favorite. Like I fucking loved Pyre.
I gotta say that was my favorite too.
Like I fucking loved Pyre. Like I was so surprised. It wasn't even one of the ones like on my list to check out. It was just something that I played like to wait past the time because there was an empty spot there for the local multiplayer, and I played it and I was like, what the hell? Like I like got into it, and then when I tried out the single player, I just was like blown away by how good it was. And I knew it was from Supergiant Games. Supergiant are the guys behind Bastion and Transistor, which I really like. Transistor is awesome. So I guess it shouldn't be that much of a surprise that this game is awesome as well. But for something that's like such a weird concept, which it's basically like a fantasy sports game at the core, and then it's like this like choice, not like choice driven, but like dialogue driven. And apparently like in the single player, even if you lose, the story keeps going, which is what I've heard.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I hear. And I'm kind of like, okay, so even if you lose, it keeps going. Like it will go down like alternate branching paths and stuff like that. So I'm like fuck, okay. Like this, you've got my attention on this, because this looks like Pyre, like when I made like my top 10 of most anticipated games 2017, Pyre wasn't even in my list. Like wasn't even anywhere, like even in an honorable mention. Once I played Pyre, boom, it was like right there on like the top 10. I think it was like number 6 or 7. I think it was 7. But yeah, Pyre was fantastic. I loved Pyre. Loved Pyre. So if you guys haven't checked out Pyre yet, keep your eye on that, because that was really fucking good. Really, really fucking good. So, but yeah, overall, just the I guess that's really all I can think about that we did, that we can talk about.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I got nothing else.
I can't think of
You
anything
pretty much
else.
said everything, which I'm like,
Yeah. Okay. Well, what did you think of like Horizon Zero Dawn and shit like that?
I love it. I love it. It was just the exploration. The exploration, the visuals. pretty much everything about it. I just love playing it. The only thing that sucked was like they had to like lower down the playing time.
Mm-hmm.
They said it was like what 8 minutes total max.
About 8 to 10 minutes.
8 to 10 minutes. I was like, so everybody who was playing yesterday was playing for like 20 on Saturday.
Were they?
I heard they were playing like 15 to 20.
I don't think I would have wanted to play 15 to 20 minutes on that because of how small the area was, though. And I felt like every time I wanted to go off to explore, it was like, no, you must go back to the center or else your demo will end. And I'm like, oh, it's one of these.
The one thing, as much as I love PSX, the one thing that they were not organized was when it came to meeting or being in line to meet Kojima or The Last of Us. That was terrible. I was waiting in line and I got kicked out of the line. Like literally, the security guard cut off the line after I don't know how much because we kept asking where was the line. He's like, oh, it's over here. Then people call us like they kept asking, oh, it's over here, then over here, they kept switching it. And I don't know who pissed off the security guard and he cut it off at one point. And I was like, this is fucking bullshit. This is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I feel for you on that.
I was trying to get an autograph from like Neil Druckmann, Ashley Johnson, Troy Baker. I was like, oh my god, I'm finally get to meet him. And this fucking douchebag later cuts off the line because of somebody that kind of ruined it for all of us.
Yeah.
And they were like, and it was stupid because that was one thing that they didn't have organized at all. Nobody knew where the fucking line started at all. Like literally, this has pissed me off. This is the only thing that they weren't organized with.
Yeah. Well, and like, I'm glad I actually kind of avoided that, because I like losing out on me and Kojima. I would have been pissed. Like that probably would have like ruined the whole day for me. Like just because of one dickhead security guard. Mm-hmm. So I feel for you on that, man. But yeah, overall, what did you think of the event? Just overall.
It was for me. It was actually fantastic. I loved it. It was one of my top 10 things of 2016. It was a great way to even end 2016.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was a great way to end it. I can't wait for this year if it's even close by. If they do it like close by, like maybe San Diego, I will go.
I'd be tempted. Cause yeah, that was one of the best. That was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Like, and I don't mean I'm not even being like hyperbolic. Like, it was like because of like we had to wait in line for 7 hours in the cold. Well, and we had to get breakfast and everything.
Well, we went to get breakfast.
We went to get breakfast.
We left Richard.
We left in the
cold. we were just
we
were just at Denny's for like an hour and a half. We were just like chilling in the warm, eating some food. And we're like, I wonder how the guy's doing. And they're just calling us like, where the fuck are you guys? We're like, we decided to come eat inside. They're like, fuck you. They're like all in the cold.
Well, it was. That breakfast was shit, though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the waiter wasn't good too either.
Nah, the waiter was like, "What the fuck you want?" I'm like, Jesus, dude. So, yeah, that. If you're ever in Anaheim near the Anaheim Convention Center, don't go to the Denny's that's near it because it sucks.
Like in the morning, like early in the morning.
Sucks. Don't go near it.
No.
Better off going to McDonald's.
Yeah, it was just on the other side of the street. I would have just gone there and just come back instead.
I would have just gone. I'd rather have gone to McDonald's. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. Like I'm sad that it ended.
I was sad.
Like I wish like if they did it every year at Anaheim, I think I'd go like every year. I'm glad. Like I'm glad because I've wanted to do PlayStation Experience for like a couple of years now. But it's never been close enough to where I could actually say, hey, this will be like within reasonable driving distance, because I'm not going to drive all the way to Las Vegas for it. No. I'm not going to drive all the way to San Francisco for it. But Anaheim, yeah, I will take a weekend off work to go.
Well, yeah, it was only like 15 minutes away.
Yeah, from where we live, where we live, it's like 15 minutes away. So it was like right there.
If somehow, if they do this again here in Cali, but like south side, anything south, like who knows? Maybe they do it Anaheim again or San Diego. I will go.
If they did it in San Diego, like I would I'm not like 100% sure that I'd go just because of how, because unlike this year we would have to pay we'd have to pay like hotel fees and stuff like that.
But you know, if we go with friends,
if we go with friends, yeah,
everybody gets something, then I think we can pull it off.
Yeah.
Because
oh yeah,
because
definitely.
like the tickets will go well and go on sale in September again. We have 3 months to prepare. We look up the hotels. We get it like an early bird special. Everything pretty much will all be set.
Yeah. So hopefully that will work. Hopefully. Because I really want it to be good. I really want next year to be. I mean, this year to be pretty great as well.
They did last year, they fucking fixed it.
Yeah, as long as they don't like overstretch themselves with conferences between E3 and PlayStation Experience, because I think the only conference they had last year between that was Tokyo Game Show. Like that's it. That's all they did. And like they like just that they only showed off maybe like a few things. Like they showed off a little bit like Kingdom Hearts and Gravity Rush and shit like that. But and like the one convention that I could go to, they didn't have Kingdom Hearts 2.8. Cuz like all the other PlayStation conventions that they had that year, they had like a demo of 2.8
or Final Fantasy
or Final Fantasy 7. Well, no, they haven't had a demo for Final Fantasy.
Naughty Dog's new IP.
No.
Which I've heard they're working on something.
Kingdom Hearts 2.8. I want that. Like the one damn conference that I could go to is the one they don't have Kingdom Hearts 2.8 yet. It's like, ain't that some shit? God.
And I love it because everybody I knew that I met were just talking about Kingdom Hearts, how they didn't show 2.8. And they're like, really, just could have done like a little teaser 1-minute thing or 30-second thing. It didn't matter. They at least fucking show something. And I was like, you guys should meet my friend Adam.
Well, you know what Square Enix did bring that really brought the house down?
Oh, yeah, they brought the house down with that.
Fucking Lara Croft Go.
I love how the guy played it, and
no one gave a shit.
Nobody gave a shit about it. I didn't see anybody playing it at all, except this one guy who played it for like maybe a minute or two and just like left. Just literally fucking left.
And they fucking wasted that extra kiosk space. Like they had that literally right next to a kiosk for Crash Bandicoot. They had like 4 kiosks for Crash Bandicoot, and then they had 2 for Lara Croft Go. No one wanted to play Lara Croft Go. They could have easily have cut those 2 out and put Crash Bandicoot there. Have the line go a little bit faster. I don't know whose idea it was to do that. That was stupid. That was a stupid idea. Totally stupid.
Very stupid.
Yeah, really fucking stupid. But yeah, besides that and some other stuff, PlayStation Experience was loved it. I loved it. I would definitely go again. Absolutely.
If it was here close by.
If it was here close by, I would definitely go again. Like, imagine they had it like I can imagine them having it actually like somewhere in like Huntington Beach or LA. Oh, dude, I would not want to drive down to LA.
I would just get a hotel in LA.
No, because we're going to LA for the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra in June.
I'm going to LA next week for Conan.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right.
I'm going to see Conan, and it's been actually on my bucket list since I saw him like in high school. So then finally I have a chance to go see him next week.
Nice.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah, it's this year, right?
June. Yeah, it's June. The Kingdom Hearts Orchestra that we're going to, which I'm really looking forward to. Even though we don't have like amazing seats for it, it's like fuck it, whatever. It's like I still want to go. I want to go watch it. Like I'm never gonna do this again in my life, but I'm gonna do it now.
Even though LA traffic fucking sucks.
Well, I've been to LA because I went to go see. I've driven to LA, and we went to go see The Wind Rises at the El Capitan Theater when it was showing in Japanese there, and the movie's really good. Just the traffic was fucking awful getting there.
I feel like the only way is you have to leave early to LA, and you have to leave late.
No, we left like at 3 p.m. for that, and we got there like in an hour and a half. We still have like time to kill, but anyway, yeah. I would rather just stay home than drive up to LA for PlayStation Experience. But if it was in San Diego, I'd be all right with going to San Diego to go see it. But anyway, yeah, that's been our thoughts on PlayStation Experience. I think we did okay for something that's not separated into two videos. It's just one nice hour-long thing.
Pretty much. We could have done like 30 minutes on this, 30 minutes on that.
Yeah, we could have gone even longer.
I think it was better just say everything, how we felt,
stream of consciousness,
what we thought, our opinions. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, man. Alrighty, so thank you guys for watching. Check out Tech Gamers, which is the channel that Mario's a part of, that I'm very rarely on, but I should be sometimes, probably.
For all of you guys that watch CES 2017, well, yeah, I did make a video with Gabriel, or must say
Mitchell B Gaming.
Yeah. To Razer, you guys should bump up your security, because how the fuck do you guys let somebody take 2 of your prototypes?
I heard about that.
2 of their, and don't get me wrong, I'm like, this is like I like the idea about a laptop with 3 monitors at 4K. But really, guys, somebody just walks in there, takes 2 laptops like nothing, just walks out.
Yeah, I heard that story. It made me laugh. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.